My mother was not a nice person. She never wanted a daughter, so she spent my entire childhood reminding me of how much of a burden I was. When I turned 23, I finally got my first real boyfriend. I was so convinced that no one could love me ever, so I never really allowed myself to date until I met John. John was everything I ever wanted in a man. He was kind and patient and very attractive. After a month together, we were totally in love. We kept asking when he could meet my mom, but I just wasn't ready for that. My relationship with John was the only good thing in my life, and I couldn't bear to let her ruin it. I told him all the horror stories, but he assured me that it would be okay. He loved me, and there was nothing that my mom could do to change his mind. Finally, I gave in. I invited my mom over for dinner, making her promise to behave herself. She said that she would. When she showed up right on time, she greeted me with a hug. She literally never hugged me before. Then she complimented my outfit and introduced herself to John. He looked shocked. This woman was nothing like the stories. I couldn't tell for sure, but it looked like he was doubting everything I told him. The dinner went really well, which made me angrier. I knew that my mother was up to something, that her politeness was yet another way to make me miserable. When she left, John told me what a wonderful woman she was. No, it's an act. She's not really like that. He gave me a look, and he definitely didn't believe me. For the next few months, we saw a lot more of my mother. Every time she acted kind and loving. She gave me compliments and told John all about the fond memories we had. She wasn't lying, per se, but she definitely left out all the bad parts. She talked about our vacation to California, but she didn't mention leaving me on the side of the road so she could gamble. She mentioned my 5th birthday party, but she didn't say that she burned all my new toys after everyone left. I tried to interject with the truth, but that just made me sound more petty. Eventually, I gave up and let her spin her web of lies in front of John. After months of this, Mom invited us over to her house for dinner. I really didn't want to go, but I knew that refusing would disappoint John. When she let us in, I saw how much her house had changed. It used to be a miserable place, but now it was spotless and colorful. She decorated the walls with religious paintings and motivational Bible quotes, even though she never stepped foot inside of a church. We prayed before dinner, which pissed me off, and when she told me how blessed she was to have such a wonderful daughter, I finally had enough. What the hell are you trying to do? Why are you acting like this? Mom clutched her heart, as if my outburst was giving her a heart attack. John held her shoulders to calm her down. As he was holding her, my mom looked right at me with a devious grin. I was too angry to speak. I had to leave the room and calm down. I was gone for 10 minutes. That was it. But when I came back, John still had his arms around my mother. She didn't look upset anymore. I don't know what I did wrong. I feel like I failed her, but it's not your fault. You're doing the best you can. I was watching from the hallway, so they didn't know. John was rubbing my mom's arms. My mom was biting her lip, and then she leaned forward and kissed him. I waited for John to push her away, but he didn't. He kissed her back. That was the moment I lost control. I didn't realize that it pulled the giant cross off the wall. I walked over, pushed my boyfriend away, and slammed the cross into my mother's head. Stay away from him, you bitch! John wrestled me to the floor and pulled the bloody cross out of my hands. John held me down with one arm while he called an ambulance. By the time we got to the hospital, my head was clear, and I realized what I had done. I attacked my own mother. I was going to jail. Even worse, I was going to lose John. The doctors were treating Mom's head injuries while John and I sat in the waiting room. He refused to even look at me. The police were on their way, but they didn't arrive yet. I tried to think of what to say, but my mind was blank. I felt terrible. Not for the attack, of course, but for letting my mom get to me. My cell phone interrupted the silence. We brought her purse with us. I grabbed it. Aunt Joyce was calling. All my life, she was just as mean as my mom. She didn't have any kids of her own, so she spent a lot of her time helping my mom torment me. John tried to stop me, but I answered the call. I put it on speaker. "Hey, Joyce." I was pretending to be my mother, and I guess it worked. Aunt Joyce fell for it. "How'd it go? Did you seduce him yet?" "What are you talking about?" She laughed like this was some big game. "Your daughter's idiot boyfriend. Please tell me they've broken up already." John's eyes widened. It had taken him a while, but he finally realized that all of this was because of my mom's twisted manipulation. At that moment, a policeman walked into the waiting room. I hung up on my aunt before she said anything. "Excuse me, you reported an attack. Would you like to give a statement?" "Yes, I saw the whole thing." John took a moment to think of his answer, but I dreaded what he was going to say. "My girlfriend's mother was attacked with a cross. I didn't recognize the attacker, but I believed it was her bookie." The cop took a bunch of notes as John told him the long story about my mom's gambling problem, all based on information I already told him. He lied about the attack, but not about the gambling. The cop seemed satisfied and left us alone. When we were alone, John apologized for not believing me. While Mom was on the operating table, we had a long conversation, both deciding that it was best if we broke up. He cheated and I flipped out. It was a mutual decision. I'm not sure what happened to my mom after that. I blocked her number as I was leaving the hospital, and I think she recovered, sadly.